Yo, what is going on, guys? It's the one and only Henis, and today I am bringing you another Call of Duty Infinite Warfare video over here onto my channel. Now today, guys, what you're going to be watching is a DE-ATOMIZER Strike gameplay. That's right, after hours and hours of grinding to just unlock the weapon variant needed to get the DE-ATOMIZER Strike nuclear, I actually managed to get the gameplay, which is insane. Now, you guys can be watching it here in the background right now. I'm playing Domination here on the map Throwback using the NV4. Definitely the coolest thing I've been able to do so far here in Infinite Warfare, but hopefully you guys will go ahead and enjoy today's video. If you guys do, a like rating would be very much appreciated. Let's shoot for 100 likes for the very first DE-ATOMIZER Strike I've been able to get here in Infinite Warfare. If we could hit that, that would be insane. Obviously, I'll hopefully be able to get more as we continue here through the beta, and then I'll obviously hopefully be able to get a ton more when the actual iteration of the game is released in November. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new so you can stay up to date with all Call of Duty Infinite Warfare news, leaks, rumors, and gameplays. This will be the place to be for all Call of Duty Infinite Warfare content. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into today's commentary. Now, while you guys are watching the gameplay in the background, I want to talk to you briefly about how weapon variants work in Infinite Warfare, because it's different than what we've seen even in Advanced Warfare, which is the last Call of Duty where we actually had weapon variants. In this game, you have to be running a specific weapon in order to get the DE-ATOMIZER Strike. In previous Call of Duties like Black Ops 2, even Black Ops 3, Advanced Warfare, you were able to get these sort of final all big streaks like the DNA bomb, the nuclear medal with any weapon. But in Infinite Warfare, you have to be running a specific weapon, and more specifically, a specific weapon variant in order to actually have access to the Atomizer Strike. So the only way I can actually get the Atomizer Strike with the NV4 is by using a version of the NV4 called the NV4 Fallout, which is the legendary version of that weapon, which gives you a weapon proficiency called the Nuclear, which would then allow you to go ahead and get the DE-ATOMIZER Strike. So if I tried to go ahead and get this exact same gameplay, the exact same amount of kills in the exact same order with another weapon like the Karma 45, I wouldn't have been able to do it, because the regular base version of that weapon does not have the nuclear weapon proficiency, which is a little bit unfortunate. And honestly, I'm hoping when the actual game is released, we will have access to a big streak that's different from the Atomizer Strike that we can get with any weapon. And I'm honestly pretty sure they're going to do something like that, just because the current system that they have right now is really weird and clunky, and it honestly just really doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't seem like Call of Duty, and to be honest with you, I think Infinity Ward knows that. So I think they've got a secret bigger streak hidden that they're actually going to give to us in the full game. If you guys remember back in Advanced Warfare, we knew about the Vicious medal prior to the actual release of the game, which is a medal that you got with the combined kills of score streaks and gun kills when you got to 30 kills. But then the DNA bomb was what people discovered when you actually use just your weapon. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see something like that here in Infinite Warfare, but obviously that's just speculation at this point. We'll have to see. So now I want to go ahead and show you guys my class setup for the NV4 Fallout. You guys will see it up on screen here right now. I'm using Grip, Hollow Point, and Suppressor. Now, these are three great attachments when going for nuclears. Grip allows you to obviously keep your recoil down, which is really important, and when you're using a weapon like the NV4 Fallout, which I believe also has another proficiency on it aside from the nuclear, which actually allows you to keep your recoil even more steady, combine that with Grip and it actually increases it even more. So this weapon literally becomes a laser. And then when I'm using Suppressor to try to stay stealthy on the map, along with Hollow Point, which is actually the same thing that we saw as High Caliber back in Black Ops 3, it really just becomes an absolute beast of a weapon. You guys will see that here in this gameplay. Incredibly fun to use. And then for my score streaks, I'm actually running UAV and counter UAV, which is pretty standard when I'm actually trying to go for a non-lethal DE-ATOMIZER Strike gameplay. Now, aside from having to have a specific weapon variant in the game, there are a couple more things that are different in Infinite Warfare than what we've seen in previous Call of Duties that I personally like and personally dislike. The first thing that I actually want to go over that I really like is that it actually alerts you to how close you are to the actual DE-ATOMIZER Strike, which is really cool. So you guys will see throughout this gameplay, as I get closer to the actual DE-ATOMIZER Strike, it gives me more and more frequent reminders as to how many kills away I am from actually getting it, which is great, because usually what we've seen back in Black Ops 3 and even in Black Ops 2 as well, we had medals which would tell us every 5 kills how close we got. But this one, as you get even closer past the brutal medal, I guess is what you guys would say, it tells you exactly how many kills you are away. So I believe once you get 5 away, it tells you 4, 3, 2, 1. But before that, it just tells you every 5 kills, I believe, or something like that. And then so as you get closer, it gets more frequent, which is really nice because it allows you to know when you really have to focus and when you are really in fact 1 or 2 kills away, when in fact if you didn't have that feature, you may thought you were 1 kill away, but you were actually 3. So it's a pretty cool feature that really allows you just to sort of stay focused and stay aware of your streaks. And the last thing that I actually thought was really weird in this game, and Apollo talked about it in another Carnage commentary as well, is actually after every single round, the medals that you get, as in the Bloodthirsties, the Mercilesses, and the Ruthlesses, actually reset. So you guys will see here at the beginning half of this gameplay, I get medals that line up exactly with how many kills I am towards the Atomizer Strike, but then once we get into the second round, the medals actually reset back to the Bloodthirsty, the Merciless, and the Ruthless, which is really weird because if you want to go ahead and get that nuclear medal, you have to do it all in one round, which I think is really stupid, and that's the one thing that I really just don't like about this game in terms of getting, really big streaks or medals, or in case of the DE-ATOMIZER Strike. But that's going to go ahead and do it here for today's video, guys. Hopefully you all did enjoy. If you guys did, be sure to go ahead and smack a like. That would definitely mean a lot to me. Make sure you guys go ahead and check out my channel if you guys have not done so already. Drop a sub, subscribe to KARNAGE as well if you guys are new. Comment down below hashtag Atomizer Strike if you watched it to this point in the video. And anyways, guys, thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until next time, everybody, keep gaming as always. Stay cool. Adios.